welcome back to my Minecraft Let's Play. Today we are going to finish up cooking up this iron and using it for some tools. We're going to get some axes and we're going to work on cutting down the trees in the back to make room for the barn and for some cows and sheep, so we can get leather and food. And we're going to turn the crack back there into a little river going across the path. And what else are we going to do? We'll see what we come up with. So this next part is just going to be a bit of a time lapse, so enjoy. Alright, we're back. So I cut down most of the trees in the area, as you can see. So we're just gonna head back into the house. We're gonna go to sleep, and then we're gonna start working on our next item for the day. Alright, so going to sleep. Alright. Let's head back to the back section and see what all else that we need to get done. We're going to pick up these tree saplings here, and we're going to start working on finishing up with the trees. So I just got a couple left here that we're going to cut down. So we got this one. And I also have to clear out all of the flowers. I'll get rid of this tree over here. So I gotta get rid of all of the new flowers that are on the ground as well. And oh, I see a creeper over there. We're going to keep an eye on that. So we're going to clear up all these flowers here, just so that way they're not in the way when connecting. Oh, there's that creeper. Alright, well, I guess we've got a hole here now. Bigger, but I guess we could add to our little river that we're gonna make. So he did a little bit of work for us. That works. Alright, so we're gonna clear up these flowers, and then we'll probably just put these around the path just to give it a little bit more of an accent so it looks pretty. And then we'll start working on digging out the river. Now, one thing that I have noticed is there hasn't been a lot of cows in the area, so once we are done with the river, we might run into an issue with getting the cows, so we might have to travel. And I know that we did find a village a little ways away, so we're gonna maybe go over to the village, see if we can find some cows. I'm just gonna lay all these flowers around the path, just as I mentioned, just to kind of accentuate it a little bit more, and that way we're not wasting them. Alright, let's just get this finished going over here. There we go, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Alright, so I got 2 left. 1, 2. There we go. Alright, so that's cleaned up. Alright, so we're just finishing picking up the flowers, and then once we've got all these flowers, I'll work on cleaning up the crack in the ground over here, so that way we can turn it into a little river. So I'll fill in the open areas, and then I'll dig it down a couple of layers. So this is going to take me a little bit of time, so I'll cut out and come back when this part is all done. Alright, I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I'm back. So I worked on filling in the side, and I'm going to turn this into a pond. And I'm going to then finish filling in this river over here, so I'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I'm back. So the river is pretty much done. I'm just going to put the feature in here. I'm just going to turn this into a little waterfall, just to add a little bit of movement to the area. And I think I'm going to clean up this hill right beside it, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'm going to get rid of this section right here, and we're going to get rid of this little bit right here, and cut that little bit back. Jump over, there we go. Yeah, it's starting to look better. And then we're just gonna kind of have this gradually kind of work its way up so it's not so steep. There we go, that's a little better. It's a little bit more natural. And there we go. Alright, so we got the river coming across here. And we're going to clear out a little bit right here. Just add a little bit more natural flow of the river. Alright, so we're just going to fill in this pond right here really quickly. It's just going to be a little bit of a feature, maybe in the stall or the paddock where we keep some of the barn animals, either the sheep or the cows, I'm not sure yet. And we're going to dig out the bottom just so that way it has a more natural depth to it. And that way it looks a little bit nicer and make it so it's not so square as well. Right, that looks a little better. Alright, so now we're just going to work on finish lighting up the area. I did run around and light up a bunch of the area. And it is nighttime right now, so I'm just going to throw a torch right here. It's a little dark in that area. And we're going to sleep. And then we're going to gather up some resources as well and clear up my inventory. So once that's all done, I'll be back in just a moment. Oh, that was a lot. Alright, I'm back. So as you can see, my inventory looks a lot more organized. My wood chest looks more organized. So now we're just going to grab a little bit of acacia wood and we're going to make a boat. We're going to vary up our boats that we have at the dock just so it looks a little bit different. And we're going to go on a little bit of an adventure because what I want to do is I want to use mangrove wood for our barn. It's got more of a red tint to it for the classic barn red that I'm looking for, and we might use some of the new white oh my goodness, I forgot the name of it. The whitewood. Alright, that lily pad is driving me crazy. Alright, let's get out of the boat. Get the lily pad. There. Stay. Done. Alright. Let's head out to take a look. We're gonna go straight across and see what we can find going straight, because we know what's to the left of us. We know that's where the dark oak forest is, and we know that's where the village is, and then on the right we know that's where the savannah is. So we're gonna go straight, see what we can find going straight. Is that a temple? Yeah, that's a temple on the right there. I'm gonna keep going this way. I see something in the water over here. Is that a boat? Is that another boat? No, it's not. Okay. Thought I saw a boat in the water there. Probably you found two. So, and then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get some of those propagules and bring back so that way we can grow the mangrove trees at our base. They are so much of a pain to grow, so I'll probably gather the wood offline. And that is that another geode? I think it was. So that looks like we've got a savannah in the distance. I don't see anything in the water. I'm gonna keep going. Just keep an eye for any sunken shipwrecks. That might be one over there. Let's proceed. Yep, it sure is. Alright, so we're gonna jump down, we're gonna check out this shipwreck, and I'll be back in just a moment. Hopefully I don't drown before I get the loot. I'm not doing good. This is not good. I don't like this. Alright, let's see if we can get in here. Come on. Nope, we can't. We've already lost half our bubbles. There's nothing over here. There's nothing over here. Alright, let's get up. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, let's get out of here and let's get to the mangrove swamp. Alright, so let's keep going to the mangrove swamp. Is that a portal? That is a portal. Alright, we're gonna go check out this portal real quick. And then we'll get some mangrove wood and some papagules that we can bring back to base with us. So let's get up here and take a look, see what we've got at this portal. And we've got a block of gold. Do we have a chest? We do have a chest. We've got some obsidian, a couple of flint, gold pants, and a gold hat. Nice. So we've got, I think we have 7 diamonds at home, and we've got 3 obsidian. That means we can make a enchanting table when we get back to base. Nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly speed through and get all this wood gathered up. And we're just going to cut down a couple of trees and get a couple of propagules and head back home. I didn't get any propagules. Alright, let's get up here and let's finish cutting down this tree. That should be good. And I've got one more axe. Okay. And we're also going to gather some of the mud too, because mud's good for decorative blocks. Now I'm not going to gather too much because we can also make mud too if we need to, or we can just come back here since it's directly across from us. So I grabbed a little bit over a stack of mud blocks as well as rooted mud. And then we're going to get some papagules that we can take home. Oh, it looks like I got 2. Okay. We should be okay. Yeah, we should be good. Alright, so let's head into our boat and let's head back home. So I'll come bring you back when we're back home. We're just pulling up to our home island, and I keep looking at this map to see kind of where on the map this would be that we would need to go. But I don't think we're anywhere near it. So we're just going to go back into home, and then I think what my plan is we're just going to plant the propagules for today, and we're going to try and gather up some cows and sheep so that way we have some animals for the enchanting table that we're going to be able to create now with finding that obsidian. So let's go plant these really quickly, and then I think what we'll also do is get the sugar cane, because it does look like it's fully grown now, so we can cut some of that down to gather up some more sugar cane for paper and make some books. I'm going to put one here, one over here. There we go. So that'll be good for that. And then what is that? Oh, it's just another water cave. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to take some of this dirt and just for decoration, or mud, sorry. I'm going to put some mud at the bottom of the pond here, just for texture. Go. That looks better. Yeah, that's good. And then we're going to take some fishies, So I'm gonna go over to the river and back and gather up a bunch of fish. Oops. There's one, there's two, there's three. Where's the other one? And we're also gonna add a little bit of kelp in the bottom here, and for some decoration. And so that way the fish have somewhere to hide if we need to hide. And then we'll also do bone meal after that. So we can add some carbs. Go, there's some there, some there. And we'll put some bone meal. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's get another fish. And there's number 7. Here's number 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so we've got 4 tropical fish, we've got a few salmon, and we've got a few cod. So now we're going to get some bone meal, and we're going to bone meal the bottom so we can get some grass, seagrass, and some coral in there. Some coral blocks. Add some color down here. There we go, there's one. It's always so hard to get the coral to grow. Closest ones never grow anything, ever. Let's clear that and that. There's some coral blocks down there. And add some grass here. Like that. Go there. Alright, that's it. That's all the bone meal that I've got right now. Alright, that looks much better. We'll just fill that in on the edges here. Yeah, that looks good. And then we'll put a bridge right here. And I think we can call that complete. Alright, nice. And we'll just put some of this done in here too. There we go. Alright, so now that the river's done, we're going to come over here, we're going to gather up the sugar cane real quick, and then we can use that with the books to go around the enchanting table. Let's get this all collected. So this is a good amount, it's almost a whole stack. Actually, it's over a stack. I think I've got enough sugar cane for the paper, so I'll just need enough leather for all the books, and I know I've got enough wood. Alright, did I get it all? No, I'm missing one piece there, and that's a creeper. Let's forget that. Alright, let's head in, and we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna sleep. Come on, why can't I sleep? Is there monsters? I don't see any. Where is this monster? Come on, let me sleep. You're kidding me. Alright, let's see. There you are. Go away, zombie. Ow. There we go. Alright, well, it's day now, so I don't think I can sleep. No, I can't. No. Alright, so much for that idea. Alright, do I have any leather? No. But I can get the obsidian. What is it? 2 obsidian, a book, 2 diamonds, right? Is that it? I think it's 3 obsidian, actually. Let's try that. So 3 obsidian, a book, and diamonds. No. There it is there. Oh, it's 4 obsidian. I was close. Alright, let's get 1 more obsidian. There's our enchanting table. Alright. And then we can put the enchanting table down. Alright, so we're going to place an enchantment table there. Let's see how many levels we get with 2. So, not a lot. And there's nothing really that we need to use. Alright, so we're just going to put this stuff away, the sugar paint. And we're going to get some wood. And we're going to make some, not ladders, fences. We're going to make some fences and some fence gates to make some pens for some animals. So we got 2 fence gates, some fences. Should be good for now. Maybe we'll get a couple more. I did not mean to do that. I did not want to make planks. Alright, well, let's put that away, and that away, and keep that for now. Alright, let's go put up some fences and make a couple of pens. So I think I'm going to put one at the back right here. Yeah, we're going to put one right here. And so we're just going to start over on this corner. And then we're going to make this 2 high so that way... Nope, not with mangrove. There we go. Alright, and then we'll clear this out. Add one in there. And we're just going to get rid of this one layer so that way cows can't climb out. And we're going to extend this out and then bring it across and over. I think how big I want it. Look it, we got some cows right there. Perfect. Let's get this done quickly and see if we can get those cows into the pen. Yep, here they come. Okay, so they're in. See if we can do this. Nope, stay. Alright, so we got one in there. Don't think it can get out. Alright, let's fix that. There we go. And then we're going to add in our fence gates. Let me put one over here. And one right here. Okay. And then fence gates 1 and 2. There we go. And they're just going to clean this corner. Excuse me, cow. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Alright, so that's taken care of. Let's close. Nope. Let's close those. Alright. Here's the baby. And can we push the baby into the pen? Probably not. No. Alright, let's go get some leads and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I got a couple of leads. Oh, look at that. I got some sheep that showed up for us. Peepees, I'm going to take you, and I'm going to take you, and I'll show you to your new home. Alright, so we're just going to bring them over here, and we're just going to attach them to the fence that I made for now. So we put in a new fence, or a pen for them to go in. And there's one. Why did that not work? Come on. Then you and you go there. Alright, so we've got another sheep. Wait. Where's the baby cow? Where's the mama cow? Alright, I guess we're just gonna put the sheep into this pen for now. And then I will make them a pen since we have some sheep. and then we can get the cows after. Alright, so let's get rid of these leads. There we go. 1 and 2. Right there, close it behind us. Alright, so yeah, since we don't have any cows around except for the baby right here, what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm just gonna go over and make the sheep pen. Do I want to do it over there? No. Actually, I know. What I'll do is we'll put it over here. I'm just gonna clean up this little spot here, and we can put the sheep pen. And we'll just have them a little awning, I think. That'll look nice. So we're gonna clean this all up and cut this dirt back, and then we'll put a pen in right here. So I'm just gonna do that. Go. This one, right, a little bit better, and we're just gonna have it naturally curve out. And I'm just trying to think how close I want it to this pond. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll cut this back. Yeah. Carve this back just a little bit. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Yeah, that's good, because then it can go straight across. And yeah, I'll be in this little corner here. I think that will work out perfect. And we don't want it too close to the pond. Yeah, so just that. That'll be the pond. There we go. And then we'll do the back side. I think that's good for now. Just need some fence gates, some sticks, fence gate. Oh, I need 2 fence gates. There we go. 2 fence gates. And we'll put those on the front. 1 and 2. There goes my axe. 1 and 2. Open these up, and then we'll bring the sheep over. Open up these gates. 1, 2. And these 2 over. This is fairly easy. There we go. And here. And we'll go get this other one before it runs away. There we go. There, now we got some sheep. Alright, 1, 2, and 3. There. Alright, so I got those leaves back, got the sheep in. Perfect. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, look. Ow. I'm just going to plant a little field right here temporarily for wheat, so we can go get cows. Oh my goodness, I'm tired. Alright. Yeah, so we're gonna plant some wheat for some cows. And we can then make some bone meal with all the flowers that I have in my inventory. Alright, so let's go over to our composter and compost these flowers. Get some wheat. Now, I do know that near the village that we found the other day, there will be more than likely some cows over there, so we can check at the village But while we're there, we can also use fish to try and tame a cat. I think that will be helpful because cats scare creepers, if I remember correctly, or phantoms, one of the two. So we can have a couple of cats in this area, one by the house, maybe one by the dock. So if you have any name suggestions for maybe 3 kitties, you can give your little kitty cats some names. And hopefully we can find a black and white one, like a tuxedo cat. And after the kitty storm. The sun's kitty storm. I think that's it. Alright, that's all that I've got to bone meal. So we got 3 bone meal. Hopefully that can get us some wheat. Yes, perfect. So there's 1 wheat, 2, 3 wheat. Alright. We got 4 seeds out of 3 wheat. So we got 1 extra seed. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to use the wheat to find some cows. We're not going to breed our sheep just yet. We're just going to walk around here, see if we can find any cows. Don't think we have any. I'm going to make this pen just a little bit bigger since we don't have to worry about taking our time. We'll do that before we get some cows in here. I'll prevent them from having to climb over. That. And that. There we go. That's much better. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And what we're using with 5 extra. That's really big. So we're just going to expand fence over here. And bring that all the way across. That one's for that one. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, and then we've got enough space to put in our barn, and if we need to cut into the mountain just a little bit, then we can do so. Perfect. Alright, so now for the pathing, I think I'm going to bring it around. Yeah, so we're just going to bring it around, and I'm just going to speed this spot up a little bit. And bring this one straight. Try to follow the curvature of the pond there. There we go. Alright, that looks good. I'm just going to clean up those 2 little spots. And then that's good here. And then I think... yeah, we're just going to kind of have a little wrap around the center part there. So that way we can kind of
have a path going next to the pond, and maybe have like a seating area by the pond in between the cows and the sheep. Yeah, I think that looks good. Alright, let's go and actually, while this sugar cane is a little bit grown, we're going to gather this up. And we're going to use this just as some decorative blocks around the pond and around the river. Some here, some there. Maybe one over here. Yeah, that's good. Maybe two. Yeah, I like that. Alright, and then we'll bring the rest over here by the river. Like the little stream, I guess you could call it. One there, and then maybe some on this other end over here. Yeah, I think that looks good. Right. And then our path can go pretty much straight across to the bridge, to the other side. Yeah, I like this. I might put a tree in the center spot right here, too. I think that would look good. Alright, so I'm just gonna house, clean up our inventory a little tiny bit, and get some food, and get ready to go on an adventure over to that town, and see about getting ourselves some cows. Alright, so yeah, we've got no food in there. Clean up our inventory, get rid of that, and we just need to get some more food. I think I have some food cooking. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so we're gonna grab this, and then we're gonna be on our way for our adventure. Enjoy the time lapse, everybody. so I was able to gather a couple of cows. So I'm just gonna head up over here. We pretty much finished going through the village. We got a couple of cats. So I'm just taking a look to see if I can find any more chests in the village or any more cows that we can bring back home with us. So there's a couple there that I see. And I don't see any other houses in here. No. Okay. Alright, let's grab these cows. Where's my food first? There we go. Alright, and then for wheat. And we're just gonna get these cows back over to where our ones are that we've gathered. Let's see if there's anything here. A couple more pieces of bread and a couple more apples. Alright. Okay. Alright. And then we're gonna get this wheat. So that we can breed the cows and then we'll replant for the villagers. At least a little bit. Usually their inventory is pretty full, so I don't have to worry too much. Alright, so that was one little bit of wheat. Alright, and let's see if we can get these kitties. Just for one. Where is it? Oh, there you are. Okay, stay very, very still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, hungry kitty. Here's another one. One. Nice! So we got a storm kitty. Yay! Alright, and I see another one over here. Sounds like a tabby cat. And I see a dog in there too. I wonder if we can get the dog. Not the tabby. Come on, tabby. 1, 2. Nice. Alright, so we got 3 kitties. And let's get these cows that I found up on that hill gathered up. There's one. I think there was 3 total. There's another one over here. Any more cows? No, I don't think so. Alright, so let's get these cows. And we'll get these cows home, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to come back for the cats. Or at least they're chained. So, at least one of them should be able to come with me. And then we can come back for the other ones. There we go. Come on, cows. Come on, kitties. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we got 6 cows total. That's what we wanted. We can use all the weeds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. There we go. I know how to count. And where's my other weeds? 5 and 6. Alright, so let's bring these 6 back. Oh, where's the 7? And you too. You can come with us. Alright. So I'll bring these cows back. And we'll have a cat join us in the boat. And let's head home. And then I'll catch up with you guys once we're back home. Alright, and we're just about home. So we're just gonna bring the cows up to the riverbank over here near where the pens are, so we can get them into the pen without issue and not having to go through the path and try to get them up on the dock and stuff like that. I'll get them over here. Right around here should be good. Yep. And let's get them up and into their pen. There we go. Watch the pond. Open this and open that. There we go. And then we all should be able to just come right on in. There we go. Alright, close up the pen. Get all of our leads back. You still have a lead on. Come on, give me the lead. Thank you. Alright, and now we've got our cows. Woohoo! Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them made it back. And now we can breed them up. So we can get food and steak and liver. Or leather, sorry. There we go. And they're all bred up. And then while we're at it, we can also go over to the sheep. And we'll breed up the sheep too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And did I reach it? Come on. Did you? No. Alright. We got our cows. We've got our sheep. Hey, we've got a baby dark gray sheep. Nice. Alright, let's head back to the house. And I think that's just about where we're going to call it. We're just going to... Oh, let's get rid of the spider first. Where is our kitty? Oh, our kitty's over here. That's right. We're just going to go get our kitty out of the boat. And thank you for watching, everybody.